Professor Layton and the Curious Village. New game. Okay. That's an R. Oops. That's an R. Stop. K. Thank you. Small. U. M. A. That's an... No. No. K. K. U. M. A. M. A. What is this face? Okay. To my dear friend Kumama.
The things we saw that day in the village became a secret we would have to keep from everyone for the rest of our lives. Because, you see...
Except for me. Luke gets to tell me all about it. Everyone but me, because I'm different. I love this game.
I don't understand, Professor. Why are we going to help solve an inheritance dispute?
Because we are paid lawyers, Luke.
Luke, my boy, do you really think I would take on such an ordinary request as that? Oh no, this is an altogether unique and exciting situation, and it has piqued my intellectual curiosity. But I suppose it would be best to explain the case before we arrive at our destination. 2 months ago, Baron Augustus Reinhold passed away. Shortly after his death, his will was disclosed. The contents of it were fascinating, to say the least. The Reinhold family treasure, the golden apple, is hidden somewhere within this village. To whomever successfully locates this treasure, I offer the whole of my estate. Naturally, those who attended the reading of the will immediately set out in search of the golden apple. But in the end, everybody came back empty-handed. It turns out that no one had even heard of such a treasure existing, until its mention in the will.
Wow, that's some puzzle, all right.
Quite. Augustus Reinhold staked his entire fortune just to create one more puzzle before his death. What a perplexing individual. I wish I could have met him while he was still alive.
It certainly sounds like you two would have gotten along, Professor. By the way, just what is this golden apple anyhow?
Some speculate it's a rare antique, while others say it could be a gem, yet its identity remains elusive. But Luke, I can't shake the feeling that this matter is linked to some larger mystery, something huge.
Aha! Is that your famous intuition acting up again, Professor?
Well, our first step is getting to town.
This is all so exciting! I hope St. Mystere is ready for the famous archaeologist and puzzle-solving detective, Professor Layton.
Oh, Luke, you know as well as I do that I am no detective. Augustus Reinhold's wife, Lady Dahlia, has asked me to investigate the situation. It seems she came across my name by chance when reading an article about me in the papers.
And you immediately decided to take her up on her request, huh?
Oh, well, Luke, a true gentleman never refuses the request of a beautiful lady.
What about an ugly lady?
If you say so, Professor.
We should be nearing the town by now. Look at the map in the envelope and help me with directions.
You got it! What in the... What's this?
Lady Dahlia seems to have given us a test. We'll need to decipher this map in order to find the village. She wants to see if we're capable of cracking the mystery surrounding the Reinhold fortune.
That or she doesn't know how to make a map. One of these two things is true.
Care to give it a go, Luke?
I'll do my best. A puzzle like this should be a snap for the apprentice of the great Professor Layton.
Very well then, Luke. I'll leave this one to you. Think of it as a warm-up for things to come.
Puzzle number 1. Where's the town? This puzzle is worth 10 picarats. Picarats. My village is on the road that leads to no other towns. I look forward to seeing you there. Use your stylus to draw a circle around the right village and then touch submit. Boop. Go to puzzle, draw a circle around the town in one stroke. Once you've circled your selection, tap submit. Alright, so Professor Layton is a puzzle game. And I'm like watching this and thinking about how much just this first game reminds me of old point-and-click games. Not that I played much of them, but I watched a lot of them. I'm like, wow, this should have just gone straight to PC. It's so good. And unfortunately, because it was on the 3DS system, I think a lot of people missed out on it. Because it's like, I think PC would have been a bit more garnered to the audience that would have looked for this, but I'm glad that a lot of people now know about Professor Layton, at least in name. Even if they haven't played it, they've probably watched it or seen something about it. Alright. Town that goes to no other town. No, village is on a road that leads to no other towns. Alright, so you go here, and then you go here, so that goes to another town. Go here. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. How does the shrub do that? Maybe it's behind the shrub. Otherwise, I'm like, how do you... Oh, I guess it's just the car starts here. You don't have to... Is it this one that goes to no other towns? Whoop, whoop. Yeah, I think it's this one. And if I'm wrong, I'm losing out on picarats. This one goes to here and to here. So that's same road, 2 houses. This one goes to here and here. Same road, 2 houses. Village, sorry. Giant road leads only to this one here. Okay.
Well, here's my guess.
You got him. Correct.
Layton's apprentice saves the day.
Yes, he does. Luke, you're great. So, I will say, I have seen a lot of people play this. So, some of the puzzles I'm going to know by memory, and I'll have the answer, but I don't remember how, right? Right. A lot of these I don't remember, and I will struggle. In that case, I will let you know, but I will skip ahead so that you're not watching me just sit here like, That's correct. The only town that isn't connected by roads to another town is the one in the upper left area of the map. It looks like you're all ready to start solving puzzles. It's true, because I'm so smart. Really bad at puzzles.
There we go. Now we should be able to make our way to the village.
Right you are. We should see it on the horizon any moment now.
Huh? Professor, do you mean to say you already figured out the town's location?
I'm afraid I couldn't help myself. A basic puzzle like that is easy enough to solve with a glance.
It's a humble brag.
Anyhow, you'd best gather your things, Luke. We've arrived.
Yeah, it's like, even if you don't know anything about the game, I wish I didn't have to split the screen, because it's, you know, top screen matches up with the bottom screen here, so you get the whole town. Maybe I'll fix that. Nah, you'll be fine. You can imagine what that would look like. But the music in these games is so good. I'm not gonna let you listen to it, because we gotta keep going. Yeah, that's normal. Looks like Tricky Towers, the Tetris video game. Interesting. Alright, this is where my voice acting chops are really gonna shine. It appears that this drawbridge is the entrance to the village. And we're stuck on the outside. What should we do, Professor? Oh, look over there. There's a man standing on the other side of the river. Maybe he can help us. Tap an area to investigate. Head for Reinhold Manor, said Drawbridge. Now look at our little face over here. So cute. We have a trunk over here, which is used for saving, which we can do that. Because that's just a happy chime. Let's read our journal. Actually, you know what? Hang on. No. We can start each episode reading the journal. Alright, sir. That drawbridge won't budge without an operator. That's right. We're clicking already. There's a puzzle in here. Not even that Layton-mobile could make it across the river, huh? But of course, much as I adore the contraption, it is just a car after all. Right, tapping. Window? Whoop. We could swim across, but it'd be terribly cold. The little animations. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Alright. Good day, sir. We'd very much like to gain access to the village. Could you please drop the bridge for us? Do I look like the sort to go dropping the bridge for a bunch of fancy-looking outsiders? Franco. Humph. You got a lot of nerve. We've received a letter of invitation from Lady Dahlia. I don't suppose that changes things, does it? From Lady Dahlia? Well then, I'd sure like to lower the pants for you, Mr. Fancy Pants. Did I say pants? I meant I'd sure like to lower the bridge for you, Mr. Fancy Pants. Again, my acting chops and my reading capabilities. Star of the show here. But the engine is busted and I can only move this blasted bridge with one hand, with the hand crank. There's all these infernal slats I could put the crank in, but I got no clue which one to use. So, smart guy, you got an idea which one is the right one? I can't even read, Franco. I don't know. You're putting your trust in the wrong person. 15 picarets. Let's go. The crank and slot. Puzzle number 2. There's no way to lower the bridge and get across without inserting the crank into the correct slot. Choose the slot that fits the crank shown below. Tap the crank to change the viewing angle. Okay. So when you insert the crank into the thing, it's a point and a hexagon. So you got your hexagon, got your point. Is it number 1? Because it's coming out of like an angle. I think it's number 1. Okay, well,
There we go.
Really just putting the answer in. We might be wrong. Okay, nope, it's number 1. Okay.
Another puzzle solved.
Good job, Layton. Rotate the crank and its silhouette shown here in orange becomes the mirror of the slot displayed. Nice job. Now drop that bridge. That'll do it. Hold on a second, I'll let her down. Gonna say it again, I just don't feel right about letting outsiders in the same mystery. If you're Lady Dahlia's guest, I guess I'd better. At least give her my regards, you hear? Is now in your puzzle index. Alright, so it keeps track of all the puzzles you've done so that if you miss one, you can see it on the list. Yes, we finally arrived at Saint Mystere. I'm so excited. I wonder what mysteries await us here. Well, Luke, we'll find out soon enough. Just be careful not to let your excitement cloud your ability to analyze your surroundings. I say, Luke, this is the perfect time to explain how to move about during our investigation. Give that shoe-shaped icon in the lower right portion of the touch screen a tap with your stylus. What does that mean, Professor? After you do this, a set of arrows will appear on screen. Tap one to head in that direction. Professor, are you okay? What are you talking about? That is not how humans get around. So remember, when you want to move, just tap the shoe. Go on then, give it a try. Like this, Professor? Oh. Is it in? I wonder if that inn gets many guests out here in the country. This barrel is shaking. Why is the barrel shaking? Nope. Nope. There's something very curious about that tower. This doesn't look like it's going to open anytime soon. Alright, we'll talk to the people. Hello, people. Oh, hello. Pleasure to meet you. Welcome to Saint Mystere, where our local export is the puzzle. Oh, before I forget, you should know that every time you solve a puzzle, you earn a set number of picarats. The more picarats a puzzle is worth, the tougher the puzzle will be. They say lovely things happen when you gather enough picarats. Imagine that, a reward for solving puzzles. For practice, try this little riddle that your hat reminded me of. Think good and hard before you answer. Puzzle number 3. Strange hats. 10 picarats. These 4 top hats are all the same height, but the length of each brim is different. In other words, the hats are equally tall, but vary in width. One of these 4 hats has a brim and height that are the same length. Which hat is it? A brim and the height are the same length. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so like basically this is as tall as this. That kind of thing. See, I can put my stylus on the screen and measure this. Just a little bit of this, a little cheaty with cheats. I mean, I would assume that they would assume that people could put their... Nope, it's not A. Put like a pencil or something up to the screen. And do it that way anyways. It's not B. I think it's C. We're checking. We're double checking. Oh, no. C seems like it's way too long. If I go like that, D is way too long. Maybe it is C. Or maybe it is A. I think it's C, though. No, C's too long. It's gotta be A, then. Yeah, it's A. Boop.
There we go.
I keep expecting
Another puzzle solved.
to be like, no, wrong. And I'm like, okay, it's coming. And he's going to tell me I'm wrong at some point. That's right. It's a very famous optical illusion. An optical illusion is a visual phenomenon where your eyes perceive things differently than they actually are. There are dozens of known optical illusions. What's the world coming to when you can't even trust your own eyes? Oh, you know, same as it ever was. Let you look at it for a second. And if you need to look at it again, you can go back and pause. Oh, bravo! I think you've got the hang of this. If you try your options one by one, you'll eventually find the answer. However, you'll also encounter lots of puzzles that can't be solved by simply trying all the answers. If you answer incorrectly, the picarats you earn from a puzzle decrease. Tough stuff, Suck it up, though, honey. It's just how the world works. Goes to show you how important it is to think for yourself and find the answer on your own. Well then, best of luck to you. I'll be rooting for you too. Strange hats. Now on your puzzle index. He's coughing, he's giggling, he's talking. Stashing. The other lady was Ingrid. What a dandy set of fellows you two are. Must be new to Saint Mystere, eh? Name's Stashin Scarfin, and I've got some advice for you. Go tap that barrel back there with your stylus. Don't ask questions, just do it. This one? You found a hint coin. Felt good, didn't it? Around these parts, that's what we call a hint coin. When you find yourself up against a doozy of a puzzle, you'll want a hint. Trust me on this one, fellows. And it's just those times when you want to use a hint coin to purchase a hint. I bet you think puzzles will be a breeze now, eh? Think again. There are a limited number of hint coins in this world. So don't go wasting coins on any old riddles, because if you do, when you come across a real stumper, you'll be sorry. Real sorry. I'm gonna take it. Leave me alone, Stash and Scarfin. Mind you, hint coins won't always be stuffed inside barrels. Check any object that seems suspicious. Got all that? Good. Be seeing you around. Clicking on the... Who's in the window? Found a hint coin. Not the pipe stack. Window. Lamp. Nope. Aha! The other barrel. Alright. Let's go back here for a second.
It's amazing, Professor. St. Mystere appears to be surrounded by thick forests on all sides.
Indeed it does. But enough talk of trees. We should head over to meet Lady Dahlia now. But I wanted to go backwards and see if there was any hint coins on that street.
I've been thinking, Professor, shouldn't we be keeping a record of our investigation?
You've brought up a very good point, Luke. Let me explain how to go about saving your game.
Professor, what does that mean?
First, tap your stylus on the trunk in the upper right corner of the touchscreen. This trunk contains all manner of information that you can access by tapping the icons. Touch the icon marked Save to save your game. Tap the journal icon to read over notes about our adventure at St. Mystere. Next, we have the puzzle index icon. Tap it to view all the puzzles you've encountered. Puzzles you've solved have a check next to them. Puzzles you've seen but haven't solved are blank. You can retry any puzzles you've solved from this screen. To retry puzzles that you haven't solved yet, you must return to the actual site of the puzzle. Don't be afraid to use the items in the trunk to help our investigation. It'll be second nature soon enough. Enough explanation for now. Let's make our way to Reinhold Manor. An arrow marks our path on the map, so all we need to do is head in the correct direction.
Lead the way, Professor.
Chapter 1, Reinhold Manor awaits. Make your way to Reinhold Manor on the east side of town. Save your progress? Okay. Journal. Lady Dahlia's letter. A most fascinating letter found its way to me the other day. It came to me from one Lady Dahlia, widow to Baron Augustus Reinhold. Her letter details how an unusual object known only as the Golden Apple is to decide how her late husband's fortune is split up. The entire matter sounds terribly interesting, and I've arranged for Luke to accompany me on a visit to St. Mystere, the site of the whole incident. Whole incident. I know how to speak mysteries. Golden Apple. The late Baron Reinhold hid this item in St. Mystere just before dying, and has promised the whole of his fortune to the one who finds it. No one has any clue what the Golden Apple might be or where it is hidden. Hello. Oh, hello. I'm Percy, St. Mystere's unofficial writer-in-residence. Reinhold Manor, you ask? Head up that road to the right. It's immense, so you'll know it when you see it. But before you go, why not try your hand at this puzzle I thought up? See if you can figure out which house is mine from the instructions I give you, because I certainly can't. Please help me, I'm lost. I will even sweeten the deal for you. If you manage to solve this puzzle, I'll tell you about this village. So how about it? You will try, won't you? After all, a writer is nothing without an audience. Number 4. Where's my house? Honey, have you seen my house? Can you find my house? Go out the front door of my place and turn left. At the first intersection you come across, take a right. Turn right again at the following intersection and you'll come face to face with the morning sun. Circle my house. Oh, no, I've got to remember now if the sun rises... Sun rises in the east and sets in the west, right? So... Okay. So, if we were to come out of here, right? Turn left. The first intersection. Come across. Take a right, which would be this way. Turn right again at the following intersection. And you'll come face to face with the morning sun. Okay, that's north. That's not gonna work. Nope. Okay, so. Leave the house. Turn left. Take a right. This way. Turn right again. That's okay. That's not gonna work. So, not that one. So it's a like question mark kind of thing. So hang on. I'm working on. Okay. Take a left. Go right, and then go right. I think it's this house. Yeah, I think it's the only one aiming upwards. So. Yeah. Okay.
Luke, here's my answer.
Okay. I'm so scared.
Another puzzle solved.
55 picarets. Take a right at the next intersection. Now you'll face the morning sun. Turn right at the first intersection. Leave my house to the left. Okay, that's right. This is a problem where working backward gets the job done fastest. Takes far too long to check each house individually. I mean, that's not quite... I was like... The one that's facing this way didn't work, so the ones facing that way aren't going to work, is what my thought was. So I didn't have to check all of them to learn that. But different ways of solving every puzzle. Impressive! I thought I'd set out quite the puzzle, but you've made short work of it. Now for that gossip I promised you. The Reinhold family owns all of this land this village is built upon. I hear they own all the buildings too. I guess you could say this town sort of belongs to the Reinholds. Well, I'll be on my way now, but rest assured that the next time we meet, I'll have a harder puzzle for you. Where is my house?